You don't have to do this. Either read what's on the paper or I'ma shoot your boy.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say?
What's good, Bengal Nation? It's your boy Say Less K. And we're back with episode 2. Top 3 Bengal moments. This video got me feeling some type of way. And at number 3, no words needed.
Cincinnati kid, Hubbard's got a convoy, chased by Andrews, at the 30, the 20, he will score!
This all started when Marvin Lewis finally got fired. He was long overdue.
He should have been gone. This man is in his 16th year on the job and does not have one single playoff victory.
The Bengals were a little stagnant, not really improving. It was time for a change, so we ended up going with the boy Zac Taylor, which at the time, I wasn't the happiest with. He was a quarterback coach under Sean McVay. I mean, McVay was a good coach, but this guy's never coached before in the league, so first year goes as expected. He ends up with 2 wins, but he did get a prize of Joe Burrow, so I think it paid off pretty well. Second year for Zac Taylor, having a good start. Joe Burrow's having a really good rookie year. He was on pace to break some records, and then the inevitable. Joe Burrow gets significant knee injury. All hope was immediately lost. I threw my phone across the room. It was a bad day for Bengals fans nationwide. But that led to something that could only happen one way. With Joe Burrow out for the season, the Bengals ended up finishing with 4 wins, and that put us in the top 5 for the next year. Now with that top 5, it was a pretty good draft. We had some generational talents. You had Kyle Pitts. He was going crazy at the time. You had Penei Sewell, who was going crazy. And then you had Jamar Chase, who had a lot of questions. He sat the year out before. A lot of things were up in the air, but we saw what he did when he was on the field with Joe Burrow the year prior. Biletnikoff winner, national champion, ridiculous play after play after play. And you saw what he already did with Joe Burrow. But the issue was that Joe Burrow just had a significant knee injury. So it was a legitimate question to where, do you go with the connection with Jamar Chase, or do you go with the protection of Penei Sewell? Now, I had all my friends hit me up. I got go through Twitter talking about, oh, you gotta draft Penei. No one's gonna be open. Chase can't get the ball if Burrow can't throw because he's on the ground. Whole bunch of yapping. Now, I've always wanted Chase from the jump. He has a connection with Burrow that you can't buy. Like, what they do, you can't teach. And they're both generational talents, but they also have a generational connection. So that was the edge for me. It really was a no-brainer. But I'm not the one drafting. This is why I started with Marvin Lewis. If he's the head coach at the time, he does not take Chase. He's an old head.
Quarter. After moving to the 1, Eddie Price bolts through a huge hole to score 6 more.
Now Zach, he's young. He knows he has to make a splash. He sees the opportunity, and then the pick comes in. And we know how that story goes.
Enjoy the show.
Metro Boomin want some more, nigga. Hear that fast thing speeding through the city. Panoramic brain in my dead digi.
In at number 1, a play that is heavily slept on. A lot of people don't realize how significant it was. 2021 AFC Championship game, Bengals, Chiefs. I felt good the whole time, people yapping, one of the hottest teams at the time. Game starts, and I mean, like most Bengal games, a slow start. I know the Chiefs ended up getting up ahead on us, 3-14, had to play a little comeback ball. The reason why this is my number one is for this play right here. Tyreek Hill gets open in the end zone, and of course, guarded by Eli Apple, he does what Eli Apple does. But as much as I hated Eli Apple at the time, I love him for this one reason. Instead of just getting burnt and letting that sit in, does an intentional pass interference in the end zone, which at the time was like, that's free points. You put the Chiefs at the 1 yard line. Of course they're gonna score. But no, he actually comes up big and stops Tyreek Hill short of the goal to end the half. That play was so significant because not only did that give us the momentum that we needed to open up the second half, but that allowed us to tie the game and for Money McPherson to do what he needed to do. Without that play, there's no Super Bowl. There you have it. Top 3 Bengal moments. Thanks for tuning in. Go ahead, like, follow, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next. I'm cooking up right now, so the more the merrier. But appreciate you tuning in. Other than that, have a good night. Tell your mom I said good night too. Actually, I'll text her myself.
You wondering why you ain't made it to the top and ain't got no motion because you won't lock in. Lock in.